Hi, my name is Beverly Burton, and I'm a member at Mount Tabor. And I want to share a story with you. This happened to me actually last August. Struggle. Sometimes it's brought on by an inescapable outside force. Other times we may cause it ourselves, blinded by our selfishness or by what appears to be fun or safe or healthy. Down the road, we may discover that it was neither fun, safe, or healthy. It caught my eye, this thing did, while working out upstairs in our bonus room. It was an obvious struggle outside the window, dangling from a web 12 feet in the air, just within the outer branches of our dogwood tree, fighting with every ounce of its life. A yellow swallowtail butterfly. I have a thing for butterflies. In August of 2001, my son Wes and I had a conversation about a very tattered blue and black butterfly that had paid a visit to my flower bed. Wes was tinkering with his Jeep in the driveway, and I was pulling weeds in the bed, and this butterfly caught my eye. Its wings were somewhat torn, and it seemed to be flying a bit more crooked than butterflies typically do. Yet it was still doing what it was created for. It was gathering nectar and pollinating flowers. I pointed that out to Wes, while explaining that life could do that to us as well. Beat us up and tear us down. I remember squatting in front of a tall blooming stalk as I added, "But Wes, if we depend on God, we can make it through the most difficult challenges of being human." Wes said, "Good story, Mom," and went back to tinkering with his Jeep. I only hoped that he would heed my impromptu parable. If he did, he only had just over 7 months to do so. Both my sons, Wes and Andy, were killed in a car accident on March 29, 2002. Sometime after the accident, I decided that I would have to heed my own advice for Wes and for Andy. Butterfly visits through all these 18 years have kept reminding me to do that. So, as I watched this swallowtail out of my bonus room window for a few seconds, I recalled that moment with Wes. I saw it free itself very briefly, flying a foot or less, only to become ensnared again. I made a choice. I had to free it before its tiny heart gave out, or the awaiting spider, 10 feet away, ensnared it even more. I raced downstairs into the garage to grab the hoe and hurried outside. But even the added height with an outstretched hoe wasn't far enough to reach the butterfly, so I threw it. No luck. I took a shortcut through 2 small boxwoods to grab a cast iron outdoor dining chair to stand on, placed it safely in the pine needles, and climbed up. After a few prods with the hoe, I freed the butterfly. Unlike the butterfly I had showed Wes so many years ago, this one's wings remained intact, and it seemed to swoop down to thank me. Freedom. As I began putting the chair and hoe away, I could feel something mounded on the bottom of my right shoe. My shortcut had proven not so wise after all. The rain from the night before had softened the ground, and the hidden pile of our dog's business in the pine needles between the boxwoods. Shortcuts. I spent another 20 minutes scrubbing Dooley's dew from the treads of my shoe. Spraying it with the garden hose didn't work. Trying to use a small stick wasn't the solution. Finally, I came inside and scrubbed it with Dawn and a small brush in the laundry room sink. Then I had to clean the sink out. All the struggles we face in life are filled with opportunities and choices. I could have ignored that butterfly. We can try to ignore struggle, whether our own or someone else's. We can let our hearts become callous, ignoring the peril of others, or pretending we are fine in our own peril, pretending we don't need help, pretending that we can get through those things that beat us up and tear us down alone. We can't. I could have walked back through the grass to get the chair, the grass that I had actually checked when I went outside at the start to make sure I wasn't stepping in my dog's business. But I took a shortcut, the quickest route between point A and point B, through 2 bushes where I couldn't see what was under my feet. Would the extra 30 seconds to walk back through the grass for the chair have been worth the effort? Absolutely. But would I have had the time while scrubbing the you-know-what out of my shoe to reflect on all this? Absolutely not. The extra work I had to put in before I was finally able to get back upstairs to finish my workout afforded me the time to think, to appreciate the short life of a butterfly, one of God's most beautiful creatures, especially this time of year, that reminds us what a gift life is. It reminded me that we need one another in our struggles. We were not made to be alone to face what may entangle us, and that our freedom is in Christ. It reminded me that all the bad stuff that can penetrate our souls takes work and time and determination and prayer and faith to clean away, and that very often we don't learn a thing by taking a shortcut, by taking the easy way out. A few days later, I headed out the back door to water my plants. A few feet away, laying on the patio area, was a yellow swallowtail butterfly, wings in perfect condition, but no longer doing the mission of its short life. I gently picked it up and laid it on a piece of garden art, nestled in a bed of creeping jenny and vinca vine. Etched in the stone are these words: what we thought as a difficult struggle in our lives is actually a metamorphosis. Well, it can be. It is our choice.